All Nippon 8402 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
All Nippon 8402 Heavy, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Whiskey, Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Whiskey, Alpha. All Nippon 8402 Heavy.
CG350 Heavy, Ram 441, request pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Starlux
CG350 Heavy, Narita ground, pushback
在
approved.
展开一段舒适愉快的旅程之前，请仔细观看以下安全隐患，因为您的安全对我们而言非常重要。
Please pay attention to the following safety demonstration before starting your
United 6
journey,
Heavy,
because
taxi to
your
holding
safety
point
is
Alpha 1,
important to
runway
us.
16 right, via Romeo, Whiskey, Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Romeo, Whiskey, Alpha, United 6 Heavy.
根据法律，全程禁止使用发号类电子用品。有关行动电话及其他电子用品使用规范，请参阅机上杂志。
According to CAA regulations, all transmitting devices shall not be used at all times. For more information regarding mobile phones and electronic
All Nippon
devices,
8402 Heavy,
to the
contact Narita
in-flight
Tower
magazine.
滑行、
118.2.
起飞及降落时，请将手提行李妥善放在座位上方的行李箱内或前方座位底下。
Make sure all of your
All
baggage
aircraft
is
be
stored
advised
properly
information
in
here are now current. QNH1015.
during taxi, takeoff, and landing.
当您就座时，请随时将安全带系妥，扣把向外一
Korean Air
拨，即可解开安
2126,
全
taxi to
带。
holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Quebec, Whiskey,
Release it
Alpha.
simply undo the buckle.
客舱施压时，氧气面罩会由上方自动落下。
If pressure changes suddenly, oxygen masks will automatically appear above your head.
拉下面罩后红色拉带，罩住口鼻，调整松紧带，正常呼吸，然后再协助他人。
Starwalker 803 Heavy, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Tango 8, Sierra, Charlie, Whiskey, Alpha.
本机舱共有8个紧急出口，使用方法及位置均有标示，航程中不可任意出动。
This aircraft has three exits clearly marked with instructions.
CG350 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
During flight.
逃生时务必脱掉高跟鞋，不要携带行李，依照指示灯光及空服员的指引，由离您最近的紧急出口离开。
During evacuation, remove high-heeled shoes. Leave
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Echo 6 Papa Tango 8, Sierra Charlie, Whiskey Alpha, CG350 Heavy.
救生衣在您座位下或座位旁。
AMP575, request taxi to the
stowed
active.
under or beside your seat.
使用时，救生衣上的吹管朝外，由头上靠下，将黑色腰带拉至前方，扣好，拉紧。
Put the life vest over
Taxi
your
to
head.
holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Tango Romeo, Whiskey, Alpha, AMP575.
离开紧急出口时，用力拉下红色拉
Japan Air
环，即可充
6719
气。
Heavy, contact
Brings
Narita
that
Tower
to flight
118.2.
following the emergency exit.
入伍管自动充气，请吹前方管子。
For manual inflation, blow into the tube.
FedEx31 Heavy, request pushback and engine start.
FedEx 31 Heavy, Narita ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Pushback approved, face northwest, FedEx31 Heavy.
United 6 Heavy, contact Narita Tower 118.2.
Over to Tower 118.2, United 6 Heavy.
Korean Air 2126, contact Narita Tower 118.2.
Over to Tower 118.2, Korean Air 2126, good day.
United 865 at gate 21, request pushback and engine start. Air Incheon 198 Heavy, taxi to cargo 225 via Alpha 8, Alpha, Whiskey 12, Whiskey.
Taxi to Cargo 225 via Alpha 8 Alpha, Whiskey 12 Whiskey, Air Engine 198 Heavy.
United 865, Narita ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. United 865.
FedEx31 Heavy, request taxi.
贵宾，我们即将起飞，请确实记住您的安全带。
FedEx31 Heavy, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Whiskey, Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Whiskey, Alpha, FedEx31 Heavy.
United 865, request taxi.
United 865, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Quebec, Whiskey, Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Quebec, Whiskey, Alpha, United 865.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, at gate 16, request pushback.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, Narita ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest, Sichuan 3962 Heavy.
FedEx31 Heavy, contact Narita Tower 118.2.
Contact Tower 118.2, FedEx31 Heavy.
Air Beach 343, contact Narita Tower 118.2.
Over to Tower 118.2, Air Beach 343.
Air Beach 575, contact Narita Tower 118.2.
Contact Tower 118.2, Air Beach 575.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, taxi for departure.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 16 right, via Quebec 5, Whiskey, Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 16 right via Quebec 5 Whiskey Alpha Sichuan 3962 heavy.
Turn left on taxiway Whiskey 8. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Whiskey. Turn right on taxiway Whiskey.
United 865, contact Narita Tower 118.2, bye-bye.
Contact Tower 118.2, United 865.
Sichuan 3962 heavy, contact Narita Tower 118.2, good day.
Contact Tower 118.2 Sichuan 3962 heavy, bye-bye.
Fiji 350 heavy, contact Narita Tower 118.2.
Over to Tower 118.2 Fiji 350 heavy.
Walker 803 heavy, contact Narita Tower 118.2, good day.
Over to Tower 118.2, Starwalker 803 heavy.
FedEx 31 heavy, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Runway 16 right, line up and wait, FedEx 31 heavy.
Japan Air 783 heavy, exit left at Alpha 8. Exit left at Alpha 8, Japan Air 783 heavy.
Air Beach 343 ready to aviate runway 16 right.
Air Beach 343, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, Air Beach 343.
Japan Air 783 Heavy, monitor ground 121.905. Ground 121.905, Japan Air 783 Heavy. FedEx 31 Heavy, Narita Tower, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, FedEx 31 Heavy.
Air Peach 343, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 16 right, Air Peach 343.
Air Pitch 575, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Air Peach 575, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, Air Pitch 575.
FedEx 31 Heavy, contact Tokyo, departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo, departure 124.2, FedEx 31 Heavy.
Narita Tower, Korean Air 551 Heavy, IL Zulu approach runway 16 right.
Korean Air 551 Heavy, Narita Tower, continue.
Roger, Korean Air 551 Heavy.
Air Peach 343, Narita Tower, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, Air Peach 343.
Air Peach 575, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Runway 16 right, line up and wait, Air Pitch 575.
United 865, holding short, runway 16 right.
United 865, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, United 865.
Air Peach 575, Narita Tower, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, traffic 5 mile final, no delay.
Runway 16 right, clear for takeoff, no delay, Air Pitch 575.
Air Peach 343, contact Tokyo, departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo, departure 124.2, Air Peach 343.
Air 551 Heavy, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right cleared to land.
Runway 16 right, cleared to land, Korean Air 551 Heavy.
Air Peach 575, contact Tokyo, departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo, departure 124.2, Air Peach 575.
United 865, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Runway 16 right, line up and wait, United 865.
Korean Air 551 Heavy, exit left at Alpha 8.
Exit left at Alpha 8, Korean Air 551 Heavy.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, Sichuan 3962 Heavy.
Korean Air 551 Heavy, monitor ground 121.905.
Ground 121.905, Korean Air 551 Heavy, bye-bye.
Narita Tower, Air Japan 904 Heavy, ILS Zulu approach runway 16 right.
Air Japan 904 Heavy, Narita Tower, continue.
Roger, Air Japan 904 Heavy.
United 865, Narita Tower, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, United 865.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 16 right, Sichuan 3962 Heavy.
VG350 Heavy, holding short, runway 16 right.
VG350 Heavy, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, VG350 Heavy.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, Narita Tower, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, traffic 6 mile final, keep it rolling.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, keep it rolling, Sichuan 3962 Heavy.
United 865, contact Tokyo, departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo, departure 124.2, United 865.
904 heavy, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right cleared to land.
Runway 16 right clear to land, Air Japan 904 heavy.
Sichuan 3962 heavy, contact Tokyo departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo departure 124.2 Sichuan 3962 heavy.
Heavy, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 16 right, CG350 heavy.
Air Japan 904 heavy, exit left at Alpha 8.
Exit left at Alpha 8, Air Japan 904 heavy.
Japan 904 heavy, monitor ground 121.905, good day.
Ground 121.905, Air Japan 904 heavy.
Starwalker 803 heavy, holding short, runway 16 right.
Starwalker 803 heavy, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, Starwalker 803 heavy.
Heavy, Narita Tower, wind 130 degrees, 4 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, CG350 heavy.
Starwalker 803 heavy, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Runway 16 right, line up and wait, Starwalker 803 heavy.
Heavy, contact Tokyo departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo departure 124.2 Fiji 350 heavy.
Be advised information Tango now current. QNH1015. Starwalker 803 Heavy, Nrt-Tpe Tower, wind 130 degrees, 5 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
CP51 Heavy, holding short, runway 16 right.
Zippy 51 Heavy, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, Zippy 51 Heavy. Air pitch 625, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Air pitch 625, tower, number 3 for departure.
Roger that, number 3, air pitch 625.
Jeju Air 1106, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Jeju Air 1106, tower, number 6 for departure.
Roger, number 6, Jeju Air 1106.
China Eastern 522 Heavy, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
China Eastern 522 Heavy, tower, number 4 for departure.
Understood, number 4 China Eastern 522 Heavy.
Air China 460, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Air China 460, tower, number 5 for departure.
Roger, number 5, Air China 460.
Zippy 51 Heavy, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 16 right, Zippy 51 Heavy.
Nrt-Tpe Tower, Turkish 3602 Heavy, ILS Zulu approach runway 16 right.
Turkish 3602 Heavy, Nrt-Tpe Tower, continue.
Roger, Turkish 3602 Heavy.
Air pitch 625, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Air pitch 625, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 16 right.
Hold short of runway 16 right, air pitch 625.
Zippy 51 Heavy, Nrt-Tpe Tower, wind 130 degrees, 5 knots, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, traffic 5 mile final, keep it rolling.
Runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff, keep it rolling, Zippy 51 Heavy.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact Tokyo, departure 124.2.
Contact Tokyo departure 124.2, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Tokyo departure, Starwalker 803 Heavy, passing 2,500 feet, climbing to flight level 200.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Tokyo departure, identified.
Departure, Zippy 51 Heavy, good afternoon, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to flight level 160.
Zippy 51 Heavy, Tokyo departure, identified, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, Zippy 51 Heavy.
DG350 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Control 119.35.
Center on 119.35, DG350 Heavy, bye-bye.
Tokyo departure, air pitch 625, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to flight level 160.
Air Peach 625, Tokyo departure, identified, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, air pitch 625.
Zippy 51 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 119.35.
Center on 119.35, Zippy 51 Heavy, have a good afternoon.
Tokyo departure, China Eastern 522 Heavy, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to flight level 160.
China Eastern 522 Heavy, Tokyo departure, identified. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Control 119.35. Good day.
Center on 119.35. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
So ever considered becoming a pilot?
Me? No, never. Afraid of heights.
But you're in the control tower.
Ha, never thought about it like that.
Tokyo Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Good afternoon. Passing flight level 178, climbing to flight level 200.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Tokyo Control. Good afternoon. Identified. Climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380, Starwalker 803 Heavy.
United 865. Contact Tokyo Control 134.15.
Center on 134.15, United 865.
Jeju Air 1107. Descend via start to 4,000 feet. QNH 1015.
Descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, Jeju Air 1107.
Jeju Air 1107. Contact Tokyo approach 121.275.
Contact Tokyo approach 121.275, Jeju Air 1107.
Alpha Wing 755. Cleared Yoria East arrival. Runway 24.
Cleared Yoria East arrival, runway 24, Alpha Wing 755.
Tokyo Control, China Eastern 522 Heavy. Good afternoon. Passing 13,200 feet, climbing to flight level 160, director 6R12.
China Eastern 522 Heavy. Tokyo Control. Good afternoon. Identified. Climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300, China Eastern 522 Heavy.
Tokyo Control, air pitch 625, passing flight level 151, climbing to flight level 180, direct over.
Air pitch 625. Tokyo Control. Identified. Climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, air pitch 625.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Control 134.15. Bye-bye.
Center on 134.15, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Tokyo Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Passing flight level 219er, climbing to flight level 380, direct Tokis.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Tokyo Control. Identified. Air pitch 343. Contact Tokyo Control 125.6. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Tokyo Control 125.6, air pitch 343.
Japan Air 262. Descend via start to 3,000 feet. QNH 1015.
Descend via start to 3,000 feet. QNH 1015, Japan Air 262.
队会全程随行，必定出国著名啦啦队会全程随行，必定出国不斗火男家庭台北草报道。想看。
Tokyo Control Alpha Wing 755, good afternoon, passing flight level 170, descending to 5,000 feet.
Alpha Wing 755, Tokyo Control, identified. All Nippon 627, contact Tokyo Control 133.5, bye-bye.
Contact Tokyo Control 133.5, all Nippon 627, bye-bye.
Alpha Wing 755, contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Contact Tokyo Control 125.6, Alpha Wing 755.
Skymark 532, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Skymark 532.
Skymark 532, descent to flight level 190.
Descent to flight level 190, Skymark 532.
Japan Air 497, contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Center on 133.5, Japan Air 497.
Japan Air 284 Heavy, descend by a start to 3,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend via start to 3,000 feet, QNH 1015, Japan Air 284 Heavy.
Japan Air 669, contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Contact Tokyo Control 133.5, Japan Air 669.
Tokyo Control, Air China 460, good afternoon, passing flight level 261, climbing to flight level 300, direct Shizuoka.
Air China 460, Tokyo Control, identified. 962 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Center on 133.5, Sichuan 3962 Heavy, good day.
November 374 Yankee Juliet, vectoring for ILS, Zulu approach runway 18.
Vectoring for ILS, Zulu approach runway 18. November 374 Yankee Juliet.
November 374 Yankee Juliet, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent. November 374 Yankee Juliet.
November 374 Yankee Juliet, descent to 9,000 feet, altimeter 3004.
Descent to 9,000 feet, altimeter 3004, November 374 Yankee Juliet.
November 374 Yankee Juliet, contact Yokota approach 122.1.
Contact Yokota, approach 122.1. November 374 Yankee Juliet.
Japan Air 284 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 119.35, good day.
Contact Tokyo Control 119.35, Japan Air 284 Heavy.
Tokyo Control Zippy 51 Heavy, passing flight level 650, descending to flight level 400.
Zippy 51 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified. 262, contact Tokyo Control 119.35, bye-bye.
Contact Tokyo Control 119.35, Japan Air 262.
Skymark 532, descent flight level 150.
Descent flight level 150, Skymark 532.
So, how's your day been?
Excellent, thanks for asking. You?
Much better now that I know you care, friend.
Tokyo Control, Air Pitch 625, good afternoon, passing flight level 558, descending to flight level 360, direct label.
Air Pitch 625, Tokyo Control, identified. Mark 532, contact Tokyo Control 119.35.
Center on 119.35, Skymark 532, good day.
Contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Contact Tokyo Control 125.6, time mark 767.
Tokyo Control, Air Japan 815 Heavy, passing flight level 304, climbing to flight level 400.
Air Japan 815 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified. Walker 803 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Center on 133.5. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Tokyo Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Flight level 380.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified. 4669, contact Tokyo Control 124.905.
Center on 124.905, Japan Air 669. Good day.
Tokyo Control, Newsai 129, flight level 271.
New Sky 129, Tokyo Control, identified. Climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Newsai 129.
Tokyo Control, Air China 460. Good afternoon, flight level 299.
Air China 460, Tokyo Control, identified. Cathay 531 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, good day.
Center on 132.5, Cathay 531 Heavy, bye-bye.
All Nippon 627, cleared Simas East arrival, runway 34.
Cleared Simas East arrival, runway 34, all Nippon 627.
Nippon 627, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Center on 132.5, all Nippon 627.
Alpha Wing 691, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Center on 132.5, Alpha Wing 691.
China Eastern 720, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, China Eastern 720. Have a good afternoon.
Thai 673 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, bye-bye.
Center on 132.5, Thai 673 Heavy.
Tokyo Control, all Nippon 285, good evening, flight level 280.
All Nippon 285, Tokyo Control, identified. Air China 460, contact Tokyo Control 124.905.
Center on 124.905, Air China 460, bye-bye.
All Nippon 285, turn left, heading 200, vectors for the approach.
Turn left heading 200, all Nippon 285.
All Nippon 285, turn right, heading 255.
Turn right heading 255, all Nippon 285.
New Sky 129, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Phantom 132.5, New Sky 129.
Tokyo Control, New Sky 97, flight level 393.
New Sky 97, Tokyo Control, good evening, identified, climb flight level 400.
Climb flight level 400, New Sky 97.
Cathay 507 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5 Cathay 507 Heavy. Bye bye.
Japan Air 497, contact Kochi Tower 126.2, have a good evening.
Over to Tower 126.2, Japan Air 497. Tokyo Control, Air Japan 815 Heavy, good evening, flight level 400.
Air Japan 815 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified. Hong Kong Shuttle 691, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Center on 132.5 Hong Kong Shuttle 691, have a good evening.
Air Peach 198, cleared Candy Alpha arrival, runway 06 right.
Cleared Candy Alpha arrival, runway 06 right, Air Peach 198.
Air Peach 198, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Air Peach 198.
Air Peach 198, descent to 4,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Descent to 4,000 feet, QNH 1011, Air Peach 198.
Air Peach 198, contact Kansai approach 125.3.
Contact Kansai approach 125.3, Air Peach 198.
Walker 803 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, good day.
Center on 132.5. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Hawaiian 827 Heavy, cleared Ebisu Alpha arrival, runway 16 left.
Cleared Ebisu Alpha arrival, runway 16 left, Hawaiian 827 Heavy.
Gene Air 254, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Gene Air 254.
Gene Air 254, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH1011.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH1011, Gene Air 254.
All Nippon 627, contact Fukuoka Control 132.6.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.6, all Nippon 627.
Hawaiian 827 Heavy, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Hawaiian 827 Heavy.
Hawaiian 827 Heavy, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH1011.
Descend to 3,000 feet, QNH1011, Hawaiian 827 Heavy.
Sichuan 3962 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, Sichuan 3962 Heavy.
Fukuoka Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Flight level 380.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified.
Fukuoka Control, Shenzhen Air 676, flight level 316.
Shenzhen Air 676, Fukuoka Control, identified. Alpha Wing 527, contact Kumamoto approach 127.0.
Contact Kumamoto approach 127.0, Alpha Wing 527.
Gene Air 254, contact Fukuoka Control 118.9er, bye-bye.
Contact Fukuoka Control 118.9, Gene Air 254.
China Eastern 720, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, good day.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, China Eastern 720, good day.
Thai 673 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, bye-bye.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, Thai 673 Heavy.
Home run India 21, vectoring for ILS approach runway 02.
Vectoring for ILS approach runway 02, home run India 21.
Home run India 21, contact Iwakuni approach 128.0.
Contact Iwakuni approach 128.0, home run India 21.
Air Peach 343, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, Air Peach 343.
156. Contact Tokyo Control 124.905.
Center on 124.905, Air Beach 156.
New Sky 129. Contact Fukuoka Control 132.6.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.6, New Sky 129.
All Nippon 1862. Contact Hiroshima approach 125.15.
Contact Hiroshima approach 125.15. All Nippon 1862.
Hawaiian 827 Heavy. Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1. Hawaiian 827 Heavy.
Fukuoka Control, Philippine 409, good evening, passing flight level 331, climbing to flight level 360.
Philippine 409. Fukuoka Control. Identified. Continue climb to flight level 360.
Continue climb to flight level 360, Philippine 409.
Fukuoka Control, Bohai 7974, flight level 319.
Bohai 7974. Fukuoka Control. Identified.
Fukuoka Control, T-Way 314, flight level 299.
T-Way 314. Fukuoka Control. Identified. Commuter 555. Cleared Macau arrival. Runway 25.
Cleared Macau arrival, runway 25, commuter 555.
Commuter 555. Contact Tokyo Control 124.905. Have a good evening.
Center on 124.905, commuter 555.
Control, Air China 460, flight level 300.
Air China 460, Fukuoka Control, identified. Cathay 507 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1 Cathay 507 Heavy.
Fukuoka Control, Alpha Wing 637, flight level 152.
Alpha Wing 637, Fukuoka Control, identified. Philippine 409, contact Fukuoka Control 132.6.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.6, Philippine 409.
Fukuoka Control, Starwalker 851 Heavy, flight level 400.
Starwalker 851 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified. Air Junya 1630, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, Air China 1630.
Alpha Wing 637, contact Iwakuni approach 128.0.
Contact Iwakan approach 128.0, Alpha Wing 637.
Hong Kong Shuttle 691, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1. Have a good evening.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1 Hong Kong Shuttle 691.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 126.1.
Contact Fukuoka Control 126.1, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Fukuoka Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy, flight level 380.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified. Hong Kong Shuttle 691, contact Fukuoka Control 132.6.
Center on 132.6, Hong Kong Shuttle 691.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.6, bye-bye.
Center on 132.6, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Fukuoka Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Flight level 380.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified.
哎，是不是？我说的不错吧？
Fukuoka Control, Alpha Wing 1215, flight level 300.
Alpha Wing 1215, Fukuoka Control, identified. Starwalker 803 Heavy, you were assigned flight level 380. I show you at flight level 390. Descend flight level 380.
Wilco, descend flight level 380, Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Wing 606 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 133.5. Center on 133.5, Express Wing 606 Heavy. 29, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Center on 132.3, New Sky 129.
Cafe 531 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 132.3, bye-bye.
Contact Kobe Control 132.3, Cathay 531 Heavy, good day.
Fukuoka Control, Air Japan 815 Heavy, flight level 400.
Air Japan 815 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified.
Fukuoka Control, Alpha Wing 9 passing flight level 064 descending to 1,800 feet.
Alpha Wing 9, Fukuoka Control, identified. Cleared direct Cara, cross Cara at or above 2,000 feet. Cleared RNAV approach runway 27.
Cleared direct Cara, cross Cara at or above 2,000 feet. Cleared RNAV approach runway 27 Alpha Wing 9.
Thai 673 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Contact Kobe Control 132.3, Thai 673 Heavy.
Alpha Wing 9, contact Miyazaki Tower 126.2.
Over to Tower 126.2, Alpha Wing 9, bye-bye.
Philippine 409, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Center on 132.3, Philippine 409.
Fukuoka Control Jin Air 914, flight level 360.
Jean Air 914, Fukuoka Control, identified.
Fukuoka Control, Korean Air 422 Heavy, flight level 340.
Korean Air 422 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified. Alpha Wing 1215, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Center on 132.3 Alpha Wing 1215.
Cafe 507 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Contact Kobe Control 132.3 Cathay 507 Heavy.
Fukuoka Control, Alpha Wing 311, good evening, flight level 400.
Boeing 311, Fukuoka Control, identified.
Fukuoka Control, Starwalker 863 Heavy, good evening, flight level 400.
Starwalker 863 Heavy, Fukuoka Control, identified. Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Contact Kobe Control 132.3, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Good day. Kobe Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Passing flight level 400, descending to flight level 380 direct cruiser.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Kobe Control, identified.
Kobe Control, Hong Kong Shuttle 691, flight level 379er.
Hong Kong Shuttle 691, Kobe Control, identified. New Sky 129, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, New Sky 129.
New Sky 129, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend to 6,000 feet QNH 1013, new side 129.
Alpha Wing 1215, clear Dihea North arrival, runway 18 right. Clear Dihea North arrival, runway 18 right, Alpha Wing 1215. Cathay 531 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 119.3.
Center on 119.3 Cathay 531 Heavy.
Kobe Control, Air Japan 815 Heavy, flight level 400.
Air Japan 815 Heavy, Kobe Control, identified.
像是出审裁判站的位置有点挡到他的视线，传中过去之后投出来一个。
Alpha Wing 1215, report ready for descent. Ready for descent, Alpha Wing 1215. Alpha Wing 1215, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1013. Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1013, Alpha Wing 1215. Thai 673 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 119.3, good day.
Center on 119.3 Thai 673 Heavy.
Alpha Wing 1213, clear Dihea North arrival, runway 18 right.
Clear Dihea North arrival, runway 18 right, Alpha Wing 1213.
Wing 1213, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Alpha Wing 1213.
Alpha Wing 1213, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1013, Alpha Wing 1213.
Philippine 409, contact Tokyo Control 124.5, have a good evening.
Center on 124.5, Philippine 409.
New Sky 129, descend via star to 2,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via star to 2,000 feet, QNH 1013, New Sky 129.
Commuter 784, contact Fukuoka Control 132.6, bye-bye.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.6, Commuter 784, good day.
Cathay 507 Heavy. Contact Kobe Control 119.3.
Contact Kobe Control 119.3 Cathay 507 Heavy.
Kobe Control, Alpha Wing 311, flight level 3905.
Alpha Wing 311, Kobe Control. Good evening. Identified. Continue climb to flight level 400.
Continue climb to flight level 400, Alpha Wing 311.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Contact Kobe Control 119.3. Good day.
Contact Kobe Control 119.3. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Kobe Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Good evening. Passing flight level 400, descending to flight level 380 direct Igman.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Kobe Control. Identified. Thai 673 Heavy. Contact Kobe Control 123.9er. Have a good evening.
Center on 123.9er, Thai 673 Heavy, bye-bye.
Control Hong Kong Shuttle 691, flight level 380. Hong Kong Shuttle 691, Kobe Control, identified. Cathay 502 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Contact Kobe Control 132.3 Cathay 502 Heavy. Have a good evening.
Kobe Control Cathay 416 Heavy, flight level 370.
Cathay 416 Heavy, Kobe Control, identified. Cathay 507 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 123.9er.
Contact Kobe Control 123.9 at Cathay 507 Heavy.
Skymark 508, contact Kobe Control 132.3.
Center on 132.3 Skymark 508.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact Kobe Control 123.9er.
Center on 123.9er, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Kobe Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Good evening, passing flight level 400 descending to flight level 380 direct Bulan.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Kobe Control, identified.
507 Heavy. Contact Taipei Control 124.6.
Contact Taipei Control 124.6, Taipei 507 Heavy, bye-bye.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Contact Taipei Control 124.6.
Contact Taipei Control 124.6. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Good day. Taipei Control, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Passing flight level 400, descending to flight level 380 direct APOM.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Taipei Control identified. Cathay 539 Heavy. Contact Nanchang Control 120.5. Bye-bye.
Center on 120.5 Cathay 539 Heavy.
Taipei Control, Hong Kong Shuttle 691 flight level 380.
Hong Kong Shuttle 691, Taipei Control, identified. Cathay 531 Heavy, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1011 Cathay 531 Heavy.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, clear Drake 1 Alpha arrival, runway 05 left.
Clear Drake 1 Alpha arrival, runway 05 left, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Starwalker 803 Heavy, request approach change.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, you've not yet started your descent, unable.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, ready for descent.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, descend to flight level 200.
Descend to flight level 200, Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting our descent. Please return to your seat and ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened. At this time, please stow your tray table, return your seat back to the upright position, and open your window shades. In-flight duty-free sales will also be concluding shortly. Thank you for your cooperation.
EVA 8625 QNH 1012, expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 20.
QNH 1012, expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 20, EVA 8625.
Bohemia 284, contact Taipei approach 128.5.
Contact Taipei approach 128.5 Bohemia 284.
EVA 8625, vectoring for ILS approach runway 20.
Vectoring for ILS approach runway 20, EVA 8625.
China Eastern 5098 Heavy. Contact Nanchang Control 120.5.
Chengtown 120.5 China Eastern 5098 Heavy.
EVA 8625. Contact Taipei Control 123.4. Bye-bye.
Center on 123.4, EVA 8625.
Cathay 531 Heavy. Descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Cathay 531 Heavy.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Descend to 10,000 feet. QNH1011.
Descend to 10,000 feet. QNH1011. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Cathay 531 Heavy. Contact Taipei Approach 128.5.
Contact Taipei Approach 128.5 Cathay 531 Heavy.
Thai 673 Heavy. Contact Nanchang Control 120.5.
Contact Nanchang Control 120.5, I-673 Heavy.
9185. Cleared waiter 1 arrival. Runway 21.
Cleared waiter 1 arrival, runway 21, glory 9185.
Glory 9185. Expect the RNAV approach runway 21 with the mezzo transition.
Expect the RNAV approach runway 21 with the mezzo transition, glory 9185.
Glory 9185. Descend to flight level 070.
Descend to flight level 070, glory 9185.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Shaman Air 883 QNH1011. Expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 10.
QNH1011, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 107, Air 883.
Shaman Air 883. Cleared direct Zali. Cross Zali at or above 3,200 feet. Cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 10.
Cleared direct Zali, cross Zali at or above 3,200 feet. Cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 10, Shaman Air 883.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Contact Taipei approach 128.5.
Contact Taipei approach 128.5. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Taipei departure. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Passing 9,800 feet. Descending to 5,000 feet with information Victor.
Starwalker 803 Heavy Taipei approach. Good evening. QNH1011 expect the ILS approach runway 05 left with the Jamie transition.
QNH1011 expect the ILS approach runway 05 left with the jammy transition. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Bohemia 284. Contact Taipei Tower 118.7. Bye bye.
Over to Tower 118.7 Bohemia 284.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
531 Heavy, contact Taipei Tower 129.3.
Contact Tower 129.3, Cathay 531 Heavy.
对对对，我们先超过我请确实寄托您的安全带之前。Hello everyone, we are ready for landing. Please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
Taipei departure. Delta 69er Heavy, 9,800 feet with information Victor. Delta 69er Heavy Taipei approach, QNH1011 expect the ILS approach runway 05 right with the Jemmy transition. QNH1011 expect the ILS approach runway 05 right with the Jemmy transition. Delta 69er Heavy. All aircraft be advised information whiskey now current, QNH1011.
Taipei departure, Bamboo 9551, good evening, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to 4,000 feet.
Bamboo 9551, Taipei departure, identified, climb flight level 170.
Climb flight level 170, Bamboo 9551.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, cleared direct Jemmy, cross Jemmy at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 05 left.
Cleared direct jammy, cross jammy at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS approach runway 05 left. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Delta 69er Heavy, cleared direct Jemmy, cross Jemmy at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 05 right. Cleared direct Jemmy, cross Jemmy at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 05 right. Delta 69er Heavy. Bamboo 9551, contact Taipei Control 124.6.
Contact Taipei Control 124.6, Bamboo 9551.
2,500.
Delta 69er Heavy, contact Taipei Tower 129.3, bye-bye. Over to Tower 129.3, Delta 69er Heavy.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Established ILS 05 left.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, roger. Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact Taipei Tower 118.7.
Contact Tower 118.7. Starwalker 803 Heavy. Taipei Tower, Starwalker 803 Heavy. ILS approach runway 05 left.
Starwalker 803 Heavy, Taipei Tower, wind 160 degrees, 5 knots, runway 05 left cleared to land.
1,000.
Runway 05 left cleared to land. Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Speed. 100 above. Minimum 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Hello everyone, we have landed. Radio sound
Starwalker 803 Heavy, contact ground 121.6.
Ground 121.6, Starwalker 803 Heavy. Have a good evening.
All your belongings with you when you disembark. Thank you for flying with Starlux Airlines. You're asking our franchise serving you today. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you. 各位贵宾，来宾高楼，为着你安
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Request taxi to the gate.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Welcome to Taoyuan 国际机场 Airport. Safe parking or advise if need assignment.
謝謝你嘅善意，感謝您嚟這是我行過班機，期待今天人能夠在為您服務，感謝。
Request gate Alpha 4, Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Starwalker 803 Heavy. Taxi to stand Alpha 4 via November. Papa 10, Papa, Alpha 4.
Taxi to stand Alpha 4 via November, Papa 10, Papa, Alpha 4, Starwalker 803 Heavy.
Thai Viet Jet 569 at gate Bravo 1 request pushback.
Thai Viet Jet 569, Taipei ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest Thai Viet Jet 569.